Noticing that my eyebrows disappear with these glasses. I'm gonna put this here. I think I'm gonna use this today, so I can put it here. It's not that big. I need somehow like an arm to put it here, be able to work here properly. But I mean, we can use this, but I am more comfortable not using it. So let's ignore this for now. There is something that I see it very bright color here. When I put it on here, is it the monitor? It's the monitor. I think this monitor is more. Oh no, I see it properly now. Let's see if we can. Not video. So I think that I desaturate this a little bit. So let me see if I can. It is that I don't like how it looks like that. So probably like this. Yeah, probably like this is okay. A little more yellowish. Still not so. So news happen, things happen. What else happened? Well, we were the last month doing another scene of what we started, and I just realized after yesterday finishing that I shouldn't have done that. But I'm gonna add it to my scene. Probably render a different angle, or probably that one I need to think still. But probably that is better, right? Like that news is that I mean it is the second day of the 6 months today, so it's just like I started to take back again one video YouTube that I was watching how to sculpt heads in a good way, and like I noticed stuff that I was like, okay, I know that I was doing this wrong, but I noticed it why I was doing that wrong. Probably like this is the best side to have my earphones, but I feel more comfortable having one only in this side, this here. What else? I link a coffee page, so basically it's the classic coffee page that we have seen previously, right? I think I have one for this specific shortcut, so this one, right? Like we work on it like on month 4. Month 5 was the last one. I didn't do anything, mainly because it was renders, like probably renders were quick to do. So we have stuff like this. I fix it afterwards because Nash Command had the rig, have an arrows, and I have like custom shapes for the control rig. The problem with that was that those custom shapes were like a problem for me in a way, and therefore those things were like a big problem. I think this one we put it like currently this I posted on this around these days. I think this is just updates. It says January 13th. Well, anyway, like that's the problem, and that's why I don't use normal dates anymore. But the point is that we have this. You can see that. Um, it is crazy, right? How Ash Command, how everything changed, you know, and spoilers, I guess, of what's going on there, but what do you not upgrade in this page? Okay, so probably I'm gonna try to remember to say what am I doing in the case of that, so we haven't done that today. So have this, right? Like you on the beginning, you saw the stuff, the thing. Probably have it here. Let me just look at this because it became a little of. So I put it like as a test, actually. It's a long test, honestly, but because the tests that I have done so far, they took me like a day, a week, and longer. This is how it looks in the end, right? This is just pure Unreal render, a little of compositing and mostly color correction to fix everything. Like I noticed that, for example, there is like an over highlight here. That's the problem. Just are exporting on PNG. Like all of this is made on Unreal with post processing. This, for example, the flares. I grab the background texture. I use it as a bloom flare texture. So basically, everything now is using that same texture. Um, and it's the same texture on everything as I previously explained. Like for example, this one is just a simple animation of just doing this, you know, like come home. Like I wanted to have it like this, but because of the light and all of that, it didn't read a lot. So I was like, oh, let's open the arms. And that still reads the same, you know, this slow movement of come. And everything is coming to the end here. So this is basically Torash. Um, so you may ask, how do you think to add all of that into what is this? So I've been very open of what is everything here, right? So that's the talk editing page. So here I have this beginning, right? This is something I haven't done yet. The point is that on this moment of this, you start watching and stuff, right? Like this for example, oh, I close it. But you see how it's a turtle, right? It's that same thing. No, this is a different one. So this scene is basically that one. And I think that it fits with the dialogue. Let me hear it. And you say how it ended, so it's trash, it's the end, so it fits. So basically this scene, this shot here, it's just going to be replaced for that one. It's simple. And the rest ones that I want to do it in a way that I will figure out in the future. You know, that's, you know how you always say that's a problem for future me. I have work on these scenes, right? Like these are the same scene, but I separated into three segments. They have this, and they look rough here. They are so quick. Basically, he's telling the spell, right? And like I added this impact frame, it's just one frame, I think so. Yeah, I just added one frame because I was like, let's try 2 frames. It was like too much. Probably 2 frames is still good. Yeah, probably 2 frames is look good, but it was like it's 24 frames. One frame is like if I do 2 frames, it's like a lot of a second. It was like 1 second is good. So basically just doing this. I just basically screen capture this image and like add it later. Go to Krita and I paint this there. So basically just like cool Easter eggs of what it is, everything. Like now I am going to do this. That is basically the longest scene of CG. Like though it is less of what I expected because this is going to end. Like it was ending here. It's a minute less because I was like, I don't need to have this long of CGI to tell the story. So let me, since this shot is going to use the same principles, especially here, like I'm gonna explain you how I made that. So let me go to this frame. Let's go to frame one. I have here this media, right? Like this thing is the problem that causes most of, like this is the object that causes most of the problems. It's basically a mesh, a plane that this was a custom shape for our rig. So let me see, for example, like this moment. What I have been doing is just basically adding like this two, and that's one object on a frame. Where are you pointing to there? Is Migdal in there? Probably. Probably it's a spider that I saw it was there. That's why I flipped it so I can see everything coming there. But now it's going to be on my back, so it's the same. But like I have more space towards there. I need to better on the camera. Like if I added light and all of that, it will be good. But that's too much trouble for me. So let's see what renders I did this umbrella occlusion that I haven't used because there is a lot of problems that it causes. I have these script objects that apparently I rendered wrong, or I need to do something else on Resolve to use, which I don't know. So because I can just do this and for example grab a bitmap and not use it as a mask, but like source of a bitmap and like you can see that it gave me something or it's not perfect. Like it's giving me stuff, but it's not in the point that oh I can use that to do it properly, right? I have this mission layer that is only for emission stuff. I have this shadow catcher I have been using, and like we are going to be using this volume, this one for example, and volume indirect lining, and this mist pass. It's probably not as good as I want it to be. Very bad, honestly. We have this nice image, but there is one that it says combine. We're gonna use this one. I love the detail that you can see it so good. This is going to be 2K image. I don't know why it's framing me this way. Like I have the camera here. It's okay. So what we do, what I do is just I have this CG. Let's call it soul. Or I can just call it CG in general. But since we have this camera stuff, I'm gonna do it layer by layer, even when there is no layer. When do you start? Do you start in 270, right? I'm starting the frames 271. So let me move this one frame here using the timeline here. You start on the same frame, right? So this is what we need is to have this and duplicate it at the shadow. So what we can do is the shadow. Well, wait, let me explain you everything on the process, right? So we have our video like this. We are going to need to clean plate this. You, sorry, but you need to be clean plate. Like there is a different version of you, so you need to be clean plate. So this is our base video. No VFX, just a small practical light here, shalala shalala. Then we have this purple light. This is basically alien rush mask lightning. I just blurring it. I just create these two masks. One, two. It create this over a flat color and blur it so it's like this. Add a glow so it shines a little bit. Merge it with I think it was a screen. Yeah, a screen. And it's like that. The previous ones, this screen is animated, so that's the only difference. I think I did copy this one, so probably if I scroll way back here, you can see it. Or probably no, this is not copying that, but it's okay. So you have this screen. Then what I did is like I used this image like this with this small lightning to get more light on the scene. I plan to in the future at one point search how to do this properly, because I know that if you get like normals and all of that, you can composite it light, especially in softwares like this that they have like 3D software or 3D capacities. You can use that 3D to light everything. But what I did just was like grab this, grab a white and black luminance map of the screen, grab it like this. So I was like, okay, this seems to be able to illuminate all of this area. It seems proper to illuminate that area, so color corrected to bright color. Blurred, I think I blurred too much. But then I combine this with again another screen node. I see that because you don't see what this is a screen node. So this is a screen node. I tone the screen, the gain and the blend, so it looks like this. So it passed from, let's just put this bigger. So we pass from this to this. So now this area is illuminated, and to get this follow, I just get a mask and I get the edge super stretch. Like I don't know why you are doing this today, camera. Like usually work properly. I have this mask and it's fading like super maximum feather. And since we are using this mask to control, we are getting this, and then we basically are adding this over this with the screen. So basically no highlight is overcasted with this thing, and somehow shadows remain a little bit like not perfect. You can see it here how the shadow remains, and it's just like a little more tinted towards that color a bit. So the same I did to the blue light that is going to be here, coming from Sue because she's helping on the spec process. Right? We have this, we have color correction that, which I just noticed that probably I shouldn't have used this merge purple, and instead I should have used this one. And the same on my bitmap. Yep. So now we get this. I also blur it a little bit. Like this one, I changed it so it's like I wanted to blur to, because I was like, I don't think that it should like this because it's going to be Shadowland. Why you keep pointing towards the window? Why there is something there of, like you have blush here, you have me here. But okay, so I have this, and then again we merge it, and it's this is a sort of one. Again, this is, I don't think that just, I was testing with this to see how it looks, you know? So probably something like this. So we are getting a little of highlight here, the table, and the same, it's just a mask here. I have it like this so it's not bleeding too much into the table because the table just should catch reflections. See, the table is above the bed, you can see it here. It is important that we show that, right? So now what we are gonna do is just continue and add more stuff, right? Like we have, for example, the mask, it's just this sphere, adding a color, solid color, adding this light rates effect that it normally what it does is create this cone of light. And I'm just merging it here. I think that this is too bright now. Probably I'm gonna over it like this. Let me see. Let me use the same one here so it doesn't from the beginning. Okay, it's not that much. Okay, so like that is okay for me. We have that. So now what we need to do is to start combining everything. And I have this just for safety if one of these layers does not have the same, but I don't think that we need to use it anymore. So we can we can delete this. We have this afterward, like this is just going to be our help as a guidance of what to do. Like this is going to be deleted afterwards. We start with the shadow. So first of all, we change this to the shadow path. Where is the shadow path here? Shadow catcher, right? So this shadow catcher, what it does is just capture everything. So we have the walls and everything, but we don't want everything. We just want everything that is surrounding here. What we do is just plug it on here. We just grab this, we plug it here. So let's start naming this shadow so we know what it's doing. Edge, aura. Let's call this merge mask glow. Okay, so that's okay. Now we have this shadow. What we need is to this doesn't appear like that. So for that simple, we go here and we change it to a multiply node. So we get this. We can do is also play with the gain or the blend mainly. Something like this feels more natural, right? But we see that this scan is not properly and perfectly aligned since the scan was imperfect. For example, this rail is missing. Like here, we are casting more shadow because of this corrupted mesh. So what we need to do is just, like clean everything. We create a mask, right? And we create this mask. Let's call it two mask one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to have a shadow here. Applies this way. So I wanna keep following this. Probably we don't need that since it's we can just be guided by this, right? So something like this. Want this to be like that, so it appears this way, and we want this shadow to be like that. It's only up a bit, so it shouldn't cast shadows right down there, right? So we have this mask. We can just place it here, or why rather to put it on the merge node, because this gave us this option of, now I can just grab this merge node and move it. Oh wait, no, I'm stupid, yeah, because the merge node is not on. I can just put it here on the su. Now I can just grab this merge node and it moves everything. So again, we put this here and we have this. So if we look here, transition is too sharp. That's the word. So what we need to do is go to the mask and start to blend this with the soft edge. Now, transition is almost not visible, but this creates this. What we do is just remove the border, so it's basically just a small transition and it's not that visible. Now what we do the same with soup. Look, the CG option of our object, and then we merge it over the shadows. We have it there. And you see, it's perfect. We can just do this and get the ambient occlusion out. Lock this here and do it again. We also use it's not allowing me, so I just do this. Bring this foreground, and if we just do it multiply. Like I don't like how this turns. Like it's just darker too much. Even if I reduce the darkness, you see how there is not much of a detail that we are getting from this ambient occlusion. Like this is not ambient occlusion. This is not ambient occlusion. This is ambient occlusion, so it's not doing anything at all. So I'm just usually not doing that. Following our rules, we have this. So we have all of this, right? We can see that there is something. This feels too red for the scene. Like, just like compare right now, both are somehow same dollar column, right? So what we need to do is to grab this and use this, usually like this one, the correction node, and I'm isolated it. First, what we do is go to options, pre-divide, multiply. That is the most important thing to do. Then we do is just right here, we go to the correction tab. Oh, I haven't seen that. Really need to do this. I think that you are seeing it. Yes. Put these two on a single folder. I select the folder and do this here. Transform, flip, horizontal, like that. So I'm putting it myself here. So you see this here. We go here, pre-divide plus multiply. That basically allows us to work without affecting the alpha. So this is just compositing stuff. Like if I don't hit it, just like if I hit it, just like unconscious. If I don't hit it, well, the color does not affect, but the contrast, for example, it affects the alpha too, so we don't want that. So we hit this. Now if we change this, it only affects that, we don't affect it, the alpha. What we need to do is to match these two colors, right? So how do we do that? Probably this was not the best option to flip. And we'll see. Flip. Oh, probably I can put myself down there. Put myself here. There's nothing there. We have this option. We do is, first of all, this is too saturated. So we need to decrease that. We have here the best comparison with the others, so we can just put the base video and just see that this is more saturation corresponding to the real one. Like you can see the bout more of, like, let's say, so you can see that both are almost the same, right? Something that we can do, just go red mode on both, right? And you can see that this probably what we can do. Yeah, this one is the best option. You can see that there is more contrast between the dark and the light values, right? So if I disable this, these two colors are almost the same. Here they are more contrasty colors, right? What we're gonna do is, again, the color correction, we need to get some contrast. This is just in general, so this even can be done without applying. Like, we need to go sort of something like this. Like you can see it's just 0.02. Let me change 0.3 technically. The game, what it does is that it makes the darker bright as bright. It's like an exposure measurement, so we need to put it like a little lower. That looks much better. The leaf, we are gonna get some contrast, but that is some hard to use. We did this be blanket, so let's down a little bit. The gamma, this is okay. Brightness, probably we increase the brightness. That looks somehow good. So now we go to the red channel, right? And we work on the red channel. Like, let's think that we need to get this sort of like dark color, right? So to put this, we select R or we go here on the red channel. First of all, we need to have more contrast on the red. We need to make it a little darker so we don't create the light. Again, a little bit of lift. You break the gamma because we tone the grain, and the brightness, we move it a little bit. Like I'm usually just moving it like this slowly, and it's just like what it feels right. Then we go to green channel. But green channel, you can see that we have less contrast, so we decrease the contrast. We can increase the gain a little bit. It is more similar. The lift also, we lifted, and the gamma probably a little up, but not too much. The brightness, we down the brightness. Now it's looking more alike, right? Like this color and this color look more alike, and even if we compare it to my skin tone, they look a little more alike. It's still different, but they look a little more alike. Then we can go to the blue channel. And again, like we've based more on this because I am more in the shadow that this here, right? Here we have more light here. So again, we're on the blue. So we notice we have less contrast, little more of gain. little of flip. Then we just decrease this to compensate. Then we can go back and, well, of course, because we have this blue light, blue, so we can just generally probably I shouldn't have compared to one. It was more proper to compare it to this one. So we can go back to it again. The red channel. This. This. So the point is to make them look almost the same. The red channel is done. We go to the green channel. Now here we see that we green have more contrast. This, like this. Then we go to blue. Again, this has more contrast of what originally has. This, 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 and like this. So now, oh, I didn't change the blue here. Oh, that's a problem. Fix this. This contrast. Usually the small changes are best on this case of things. And now we are getting the blue. Now we go blue. So we can see that these have more contrast to each other. We can go red, looks good. And probably more contrast like this is better. Green. We change to blue. In the left, gamma, the brightness. And we have this lightly blue tinted color, right? Not as before. But I think that the original is too reddish. So what we do, it's blue. We want to get rid of that bluish. So we go to this cyan red color, right? Like you can see how this is looking way better than this one. It feels more integrated into the scene. And that's the first thing. Then compared to we go to this one. This one. This is more this one. This is out of focus. It's not perfectly focused. So we need to do a Gaussian blur. And that's obviously too much. So you need to downplay it and probably something like, actually I put it like that and I downgrade it like a half what you got initially. Then from there you start probably like this. It's just good. But this is just too perfect, and this other problem that we can have, and that is just add some film grain. So just notice how this looks. before and after. So what I can do is just get something more of like this size, the grain. Let's use receipt. And I'm gonna just put it just sort of like this. Like this, so it's there. It's sort of, but it's not. And then we copy this, paste it up here. The shadows, because then we have the problem that now the shadows are too sharp. So you can see if I increase how they look natural now. Like sometimes I copy these shadows. But they not always work, so I usually just leave it like that. Just question of working with this soft edge. So it's blended more nicely, and since you see the whole scene like this, it's like you don't see that properly. Now we can have this merge outer, move it like more properly to where we want it, like that. And as you can see, we need to fix this a little bit. So we grab here and we got this one. We select on the screen, select stroke, and I think that is this one. So it's similar to Photoshop. Click Alt and you paint. So you click Alt, you paint. Click Alt and you paint. So the reason why we wanted stroke is because we only use this to paint. I think that if you select multi-stroke, you need to have multiple elements. So we can see that we are missing this here. So let's do this, and that it seems like not the perfect cloning, but it's going to do the job. So now since the scene moves, let's just move forward in time. Like here, for example, I don't want that. So we can do is just have this CG ref. What it does is just like we have this with no effects, right? We move here. So we know that at this point, like I just go back to normal, go back to this one. Oh, we need to click this. This I did it just because, oh, this is the way. This allows to just calm down everything to the big boom. Okay, so we have hit the same. Just play it on the 2 frames per second that we have. Okay, so go here. When is the moment that I drop the in that moment it appears there here this frame. Let's go to this purple light and all of this, right? So because we want to have a bigger impact or thing, we are gonna do is to all of these lights that we have, like these 4 layers of lights, we wanted to decrease. So it's just a technique for giving power. It's basically if you have bright, the only way that you can get bright is if you trick the brain that it got brighter. The only way is that you show darkness before. So we had bright here, and if we go forward, couple frames. This is something that I need to do afterwards, right? So probably I should have put this here. We have add this marker. Put it like start to turn 9. No, I can't. Like I usually don't use markers here, so that's why I don't. We have this 30, so probably a second. Probably like this should be okay. So let's put it here. And on this frame, this is blend like this. So let's put it on frame 30. This frame. So let's try half of the light. 0.35. So that's start going down, right? 35. We have this one, and this one. This is super low, so put it on 0.65. Then we use still the bracket keys to here we want that it's just slowly decaying. So on this frame, we want it again half. 35. This is going to give us like a little of exponential decrease on the light. Now it's almost not there. Then we want to go like here. And here we go 0, 0, 0, 0. Right, something now that we can do that we're gonna have this merge here. We can add another color corrector, right? And this is just going to be like global contrast. I know that there isn't one specifically. So we can know that on this frame, everything just go down. Look. Let me see if I can hear. Okay, so now think that this one has some light here that I don't want. From here, one probably here. Want to have controls. Probably was not controls. Probably was like gain. Yeah, probably gain was the case. So it's also going to play the game. Go to the save frame. Like lower the gain on our scene so it's more darker, right? You know? Now, yes. So if this didn't take too much to calculate, probably will show you how it looks, but it's like I have this semi-bright scene. But how it is darker here, you can see how it's getting, it's this bright, right? It has a brightness and it gets dark. So then when we write everything, it's going to be brighter. Now around here, here the light starts to get brighter, brighter. One point here. So let's go frame by frame here. So here is not moving, it's not moving. Here is the last frame that we have, that is not moving. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get a transform. We can use this node. Get this transform. Let's change the pivot point. It's here. I guess that is the best way to move it. And just change the angle. Yeah, this is the best way. So we're gonna copy this here later. So now we have it here. Let's put it on size, angle, and center. We go one frame. And we know that it should be around here. Ooh, is this the one that I need to change? No, I don't think I need to change this. I think I need to change this one. This one. this camera move pattern, let's call it this one. On this one again, we change. I don't know how long where I wanted to change it, the pivot. I see this. I don't know, probably from here is the best way. Or from the where is she? Probably where is she, right? The best position to pivot it. Because then we can just have that. This should always be her toe here. Yeah, her middle toe. You always have it on her middle toe. So we have center, size, angle. Let's have it mirror edges. And we move one frame. Bring up here. Bring up here, immediately move down. Control is yeah, control is for a small movement. So after yeah, that looks drag. So now it move. Okay, let's see how this angles. Okay, if we go like this, it angles almost 2 fingers on the same. So we go down. We need to first of all move this there. Now, oh, and here we're gonna have problems with the mask, I guess. So here we need to move it a little bit like this. Which I don't know why it's tinted everything, but we can fix that in a sec. So this mask here. So that is okay now. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now like that. Where's my transform? And it should be rotating, right? From here. Let me just also vary frame with keyframe everything. So it is not a problem. We angle it just slightly like this. But like this, a little bit up and a little more angle. So now we can see, for example, frame 1, frame 2, it seems perfectly. It's just moving down this frame. That's good because it's easier to do. Probably a little more to here ish. And again, we ask, we move it down with her. So if we go frame 1, frame 2, this since this is going to be too fast, I don't think it's going to be a big problem, but let's see. So here we are having, let me just see the whole picture. Yeah, it's rotating too. You can see it. Actually, and this one also rotate. And also rotates in this frame. So yeah, it's not marked here. Now we have this frame. The hand is going to be so elongated. Not going to look realistic, but it's the things that we take for. Just grab. We can have one extra camera that is just probably just have it on none. For now. Okay. Now here we also have more movement. Now here we have just move it like this with this one. Then we go for slides with this one using control. Like this. I think that this is properly, so let's just zoom out. Maybe rotate it on the opposite side. It should be more like the. I think this is more properly rotation. Yeah, this is a better rotation. You also go down, and the mask starts to live in her. Now that we don't have that as a mark, is what do we do? Probably that was bad idea. We're gonna still base ourselves on this. Oh, she's. It's still go down this way. But now this way it angle more. I just press this. Let's just call it 1. It 2. This one, let's put it on. I don't know what it will be a good thing that does not move. Probably the corner of the lap. Here. This X is almost perfectly aligned with these two. Yeah, let's do this. Angle. Nope. We move it here-ish. We did it this way. That's too much. If it's getting a slide. Or we can do this. Because on this one it's around here, so we go down. It's it here. This is here. It goes down 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Around 5.5 seconds. Probably around here. It's here. This moves a little towards there. Now we need to fix the rotation. And it's just like one. Okay, we can see it on this thing. These two are separated by around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or so it's just like a square angle. Almost nothing rotation here, but it is. You can see that these some rotations. Something like this. And this works. The rotation here. Almost nothing, okay? Nothing rotation. We go. Here-ish. A little up. Yep. think that that works. So probably we're gonna see how bad is this via the computer. You can just go back here. Look at these bakes and renders and see how it looks. I'm thinking that we need to do this again for the computer, then for the roof to see how we blend it. But I think that the light is going to be a way for us to blend it. I think that the hot spell should be not light everything except for the light on the spell itself. I don't know if this is working. Okay, let's just go back here and keep moving this way. We are here. I mean, at least I have this as reference, so or I have that as a reference. So now, what else do we use as reference? This part, because that is almost a tangent that we have there. Yeah. So let's use that as a like this. So oops. So if we do see this, it rotated more a little bit, probably a bit more towards here. Rotation. Probably. And we need to fix the mask. Let me see, mask again. Almost game. Okay, at least on the hair, it looks good. That transition. And the computer is the one that is going to define everything. Okay, I think that I have it from here, the position of the camera, because we can see here this segment of the foot. That's all. And here is only rotating. I don't know. It is almost on the curtains. The curtain should go this way. Go this way. I think this is almost perfect as we can get from this perspective. So like this, we go down. And again, it is just like a small tissue between the curtain. This is just mm, and this is gone. So okay, think that we should see how this looks. We need to see how this looks. Because this will not tell us how good we did this. Can I force you to render? This like this? Not look bad, but see fusion. playback. Remember what's the difference between a smart and end user was the way to have it. For some reason, but I don't remember why. It's rendering, not so fast, but it's rendering. Hmm. We need to test this, and it needs to arrive towards here, at least the preview. Until here, we need to have the preview. Just go down this way. I play back. I had it on quarter resolution. Did you preview faster? Oh, it's possible that this runs slower. It's possible that a quarter is just running slower. It's probably because I don't build the proxies myself, right? And it's just grabbing. And this is going to take so long. I just trust that this is gonna work. I don't have patience for now. I think that I will wait, but since this is just the live stream, I'm not gonna wait. Something that I noticed is that we need to merge extra light here, right? I wanna move this down, down. But just doing this. Where do you start using that light? Here. So I'm gonna do the same here again. This time, I think that we're gonna correct everything since we need to correct everything probably. This is going to be yellow. Let's have some gain. Let's have a little of lift. It's the gamma play. The brightness, just like this. And saturate this color. Yellow light. So now this yellow light, this, and I combine it with this one itself. It's a blur, ocean blur. Let's decrease it. It's a little soft light. Go to screen. We go 0. Let and the gain we control it after. So we start going frame by frame. Let's pause it here. We go length. Somehow. So yeah, we need something different. So basically, let's have stuff like this. We need the bitmap of this. The one is probably like this, and then we can do is grab this one, and then also on the mask we can adjust the soft edge. We go to this one, this frame. We can just merge the soft edge a little bit. It's more blended. This. We need to do something to brighten that here. So it looks like, yeah. Also, if we go on the font reference, probably here after this, we need to add another color correction. Note. Use this one. We want the all of this the same. And on this one, a bit more. This. Basically, we lift everything. On this one, we need another bitmap. Opposite. Instead of doing that, just put it here. We merge it This one, we put it on green also. I don't use this. I do it this way. This way. Yeah, let's keep it this way. Sadly, it's not working as I wish it works. But I don't have. I mean, like, we could try to probably just have an extra layer, right? Let's just have it like this yellow, and then we have another one. Yellow, like one. I think that we need to have an extra layer after the fact. This one, if we invert this, also three different colors. Huh? I just do something like this, and instead of that, we merge this. So we merge something inverted. And the problem is that here we are not gonna get any details on this one. No matter what we do, we are just stuck to those details, and it's not going to be the same as this. Now that we have this, let's just this one. Maybe here we use the same one with this one. We decrease the line. Here it should be gone. We go back on this one. Now let's just go. We have this one. This one is not necessary anymore. What we need to do is just like this. And here we have this shadow. And this one is going to be the same. We have this reference. This element. So again, we just combine over this. Shadow capital. Cut this and multiply. Yeah, that is a good. Probably this, that is good. Probably something like this. And we go like this. Or like merge laptop. Now we have this problem of I was using here, just not as bright as this. So big problems, big requires big solutions. So we're gonna grab a correction node. First of all, let's write the mask laptop. And then what we need to do is this main mask. So let's grab this one and We want one mask we use for everything, right? Use this mask can be useful. This like this. So this is like the mask like additive. Then we have stuff what we need to subtract. Now I want to not have this keyboard. You should go here. You should go on drag. Yeah. This mask. This. Repeat. This. So we need to do this. And oops. Keyboard. This is basically all the previous scenes, but by 10. It's super hard. It's like the previous scenes, they have all the same, but it's just like, man, it's worse. So now we got a little of sausage. It's splitting through it, and since it's doing that, I'm going to do something that is for doing this. I'm gonna add the transform node. This transform node, I'm gonna pivot point. I want it on the computer itself. I want to move it down there, somehow like there. Set it here. Now we have that. Do this. This obstructive keyboard. It moves with the mask, of course. This. Or we can just this. These are subtractive. Now what we can do is just instead of that, this bitmap. This should go here. This is where I hit invert. So the mask is on both, and the subscription keyboard are the same. So now I can just go back to original position like this. And this is just too big now, so you just move it the right things. And I'm gonna add one for the bottom here. There is no shadow on the bottom. Yes. And a little of this, a little of edge. And even try to do this now. This looks better. So remove that, replace this. Yeah, that looks better. Now color corrector, what we do is, first of all, image saturation. Second of all, make it more plain like this. Then we go and go to R, let's match it a little bit with, for example, this area that is lighter. So we go to the red channel. These colors are matching, so this too much. And more or less matching. More or less are matching. More or less matching. More or less they match. Okay, that's good. Okay. G, open channel. Match these two colors again. What we are doing is basically color correct this. More closer they look. The blue channel, it should be little. This. So how this looks, for the green. And this. Vision low. I increase saturation. This is before color correction. This is after color. Okay, let's put that color. Okay. Something like this, and let me do something that I usually don't do. Is add more of this. Like this. Let's do it. Then what we can do is we get some film grain. Let's use the same as here. We have a little of film grain, and then let's paste the blur. Let's just first on the computer. So this should be more blur. Look at this. What if I put first the blur, then the film grain? That is the difference. Use this. I move this to the blur. This output us to the film. I think that it's better, right? Oh, but the point is that we, I think that I have it. Yes, I have it before. But the field grain derivates towards the blur. But I use a Gaussian blur, but this looks more like a box blur for me. Like the jankiness of the box blur can be useful. Like this. Like this. Now, in at this, we need this yellow light here. Gonna change this. It's a bit more orange. Probably we leave this like this. And instead of doing that, we go to another down the rabbit hole. The rabbit hole. All of this we paste it here. And this drives this one. Let's call it orange. little more orange. Wait a second, that changed a lot. They put it full. This or those. Then looks like this. Oh, that was much better. Now we need to have this to this color. Yeah, like this color looks good on this at least. This color here. Then here we can have one of these simple lips mask. Put it here. Our source is this circle of light here. Crease the edge. It paints all of this. Yep, somehow that looks good. This looks good and this doesn't. That looks better actually now. I mean, it's a little more yellowish than the color should be, but in orange, right? But it paints better. Like if we put it this yellow, it looks better. Sure, we have a problem here, but we'll figure out how to fix it later. So now what we do is we have these lights. We were on the computer. here. This is how the computer looks. Oh, that's why we were doing that. Red. With all of these keyframes. Because the computer, it's there always, right? No matter what, and it's always shining. This yellow, like computer, this always should be in. Let's do this. And this way, so this, probably we need to less intensity. This one. You should go like this. Now that you look like this, probably the color correction for the PC should be different. So now it should be more like, reset this. Let's go again on the red channel. Now it looks like this. Should be more right there, a little bit right there, right there. Green color should be more there. Contrast this. The blue channel is the one that generates the contrast. It should be darker. Now it's just saturate it a little bit like this. That looks way better. Like that looks way better. Now let's just go to, for example, the camera movement. I think that all of those are emissives. So I'm gonna have them emissive and that's it. I think, let me see here. I hit the emission layer. Yeah, we can see all of this. Combine. So let me go back to camera movement. So this is normal position of the computer, right? It's normal. Have it here on this corner. It's like, wait a second, why is this not moving? Because here bottom, I think that this one is what? Here I move it down. Just animate it frame by frame this. Something that is going to help me to animate this frame by frame is probably going to this one where there is nothing effects. What if I, instead of being that stupid brain monkey, am I being this monkey? And if I have this in a bitmap, move it here, do this works. Maybe with the one. Yeah, that is definitely the way to do it. I don't know what are you, so you go. We paste the same camera motion and we paste it here. Is it works? That's the question. I mean, you move. I think that this works. Question mark, I don't know. No idea. But I think that I'm gonna leave it that way for now. So now the hardest one. So if we go to the reference, oh, but then I need to delete this. I need to finish this camera motion. So I stop here. And I can be a little bit over this one. Me, I know how to do that rotation adjustments properly. I have this one. I think if I go to AO, oh no, I hide that one. Perfectly. I was gonna say this can help me, but probably yes, probably can use that if I fit this in a way that it's literally same sensation. Now let's say that if I have some line, something, I probably align this parallel line. I make it align perfect. Now this is why you should do all the camera calibration stuff. But I know that the 360 camera just messed me up there. So we are going to get just an approximation of this camera move. Okay, that is too far to fetch. You go for 0 to 2, I think that was too much. Let me see this one also. Probably not on this one. Let me see this one. It's like our latest stuff. Since true roto masking is so easy, like you don't care. Okay, that looks good. ¿Dónde está? Here is it. So we can see here the general vision and here a close-up. How they look. Okay, so here we have our ankle. Too much. Okay, that's still looking good, at least here. Also, oh, we can notice it on this in here. 1.8. And go to 3.8. And because of the color effects, we don't see that transition, which is good. So okay, so far see that it looks good. We have 3, we need to have it more than 3, that's all. This, like this. I mean, there is a little shifting, I guess, but because it's going to be very much movement in such a few time, I don't feel that is going to be a big problem. Here, I don't think that is going to be that visible. This, even then, yeah, those are more like less drastic also. I think that before I have it super drastic. Super drastic the change between them. I'm also noticing that this dot here, I guess. More rotation towards here and up. Okay, like this. Mm, more. This seems to be almost okay. I don't know. And open up, open left. Yeah, that seems decent. Probably like the error that we are getting, it's not that bad. Okay, so we move this here. this here. We probably should have tried to drag the CG plate and use the real plate to place it on top of it. Probably this is a good way to do it. Okay, since we don't have a zoom anymore, I'm gonna go again to the CG reference. Okay, so there is a little rotation there. This looks like probably the angle is a little rough. Too much? Probably it was too much. More like this. That looks way better. Really, really this one that has everything combined. Okay, now what to do here? Even like this, there is this small errors. I will see how to fix. If I was looking at this. Oh, no, probably this one. You don't want to, so I have a full screen and a super zoom in. Is this like a set of scale factor? So we go here and let's go here. Probably with just transforms works. Okay, seems to be tracking. Now it go opposite side. Okay, I thought I was able to finish this, but this scene is complex. This, like I thought, oh, this is going to be a simple scene like the others, but no, it's more complex of what it looks. This one is not perfect. I continue from this one. This one was not done. No, fixing the angle, something like that. And this one, it's just not this. And just fix it by angle like this. Fix the position. I might have tried to do the tracking, but at this point I'm just to commit and do it this way then. Even if this looks bad, I'm gonna do it this way because okay, that goes back. I regret to having every one of these separated. Okay, it's okay. We better to have multiple controllable sets that not controllable. Like the problem was that they don't render it properly. So we work with what we have. Something like this looks decent. Uh, always is under the thing. This one is on this corner, so okay, that's position. Rotate and we fix position. Okay, since we have that, let's just go to let's just do this. We use this transform for everything. Problem is that once we have this, we are married with that and we okay no we can't just change it in one and fix it. And it should be like copy and paste the same. Okay, that seems to be working. Like the point is also like this scene is going to be so overexposed. That's why I'm not tracking it. And I could use the ambient occlusion mask and all of that, but now that I'm thinking of it, I don't know. Move it this way. This go this way. This go center pivot. like in the great scheme of things, this feels like in a general workflow, this feels natural movement. Do you rotate? You are like this. Rotate towards here. I guess. Hmm? X. Y. More or less okay. Probably we need to fix it also in the individual elements. Not rotating a lot here, like going down. There is a slight rotation that we need to add to compensate that lack of 3D movement. This, this, we can just do this. My line above, under. It was under. When did I put it above? It is under. It is under. It is under. You put it above. This is the mistake. Like this. Also, we need to fix it here. Okay. We do one more. Like this. Right here and down. Yeah, okay, so let's fix it. Yeah, that seems to be tracking properly. I don't know if this moves the rotation or it's only like going down. Yes, that is only going down. Okay, a little bit of rotation. You go under. Yeah, like I rather this because it's going to stand up against like the errors that it had on the tracking. This one, like I don't want the more errors to start stacking up because of the distortion. This one a little up. Yeah, bam, 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 bam. Afraid more. Did you do there? Where do you rotate? I don't see. Yeah, this rotating towards there. No, probably like this. Yeah, it was this way. Huh. Okay, now that looks good. Three more. I'm only missing all of these frames. I think that it rotates again. Yes. Just position it perfectly. It could be here of rotation like this. And here is where it starts to rotate panning up, so my vision does not match 100%. I think I rotate the opposite side now. Glad that there was this error here, allowing us to track this. If the geometry was not that error, like I don't know how. I mean, like probably we should have tried properly track. This way, error here, up this way. So fix it. Where did you pan up? Okay, here you start panning up. 5 more frames? Need more frames? I don't know. I say it's misaligned, but this should be a little more. Oh, well, we can change it, that's why. And if it doesn't work, we don't add that. Here, go down. Okay, that seems probably not enough angle. Is that much rectangle? This. Here, where here, or here. This frame. Frame. Okay, probably until this frame we need to get at least. Those are like 6 frames more. Is in this left. I think that was right. And rotation. More rotation. See how it rotates. We rotate this. Stop there. There. And we zoom. Place it perfectly pixel. This. Okay. That looks passable. Not good, but passable at last. Okay, one more so. Okay, how do you move here? Let's rotate it towards this angle. Press here. Rotate. Here. Now you get this towards here. Good frame. Now you put this here. How do you? Okay. This one, yeah. I was like, wait, the previous one I put it properly. Yeah, it was. Oh, perfect. Much better now. Now the frame goes up. Keep going this way, right? No, it was this. Probably need to find a new landmark to review it. Track. Because this is just like starting to not being useful. if this is still going to appear, but right. Maybe if it works one. We have this just towards here. One more frame. Actually, the tracking wasn't that bad. Actually, like the projection of the scene, like thinking. Okay, like that. So not like this, right? Okay, that's the opposite. This. Which okay, that is not going to be useful any longer. Okay, that was not that big of a rotation, so probably with the rotation, being like this. Going to be hard. Okay, there is nothing visible here, so probably this is the moment that we have the most um, stuff that is going to be not good, but I think this is like a zoom in vision. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this here, scale it a little bit, and put it down. And it seems to be moving properly, so we do the same again. Yes. Paste that again. Maybe it's just slightly. Or scale up, recenter. Since this seems to be more constantly, I'm gonna just risk it and go, let's say 10 frames. You can see at this point the scale of the dinosaur. Probably put the scale limit here. See, like this is more parallel here, and this is very not parallel. Can I delete the frames easily? I go here. Little of this. Repeat from here. Probably we need to this. It was my problem. I take this. There is this line here. I take like as a corner when the corner was down here. That was my problem. Probably we need to scale this. When I rotate this way. Or like the original. This way, this way. Or way. Position it on the side. Now I need to scale it a little bit longer, like this. Is the rotation. Position now should be proper. Feeding. Almost there. I think that in the end there is not going to be visible. There is not that great. The tracking here. I think that on this one there is only a scale involved. I'm gonna scale it and then move it towards the corner position. Again, scale it up and towards the position. Again, scale it up position. There I was not gonna do it like frame by frame, but it's the best. Scale it up. Position. Probably zoom in a little more. Okay, that seems more proper. I mean, here, two parts here. Like at this point, it's more CG that it does not matter. Clean it up. Something like this. There's not a lot of scaling that you need to do. Pay attention. and zoom in. On this one, we still have this map. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So at least to mark this. At least until this frame. No, this frame down. Once this frame is done, once we get that frame over from the screen, gone from the screen, once this is gone, we are done. Let's try going towards here. Because it seems to be only zooming in, right? That's going to be a problem because we're having like a feedback. Yes, especially because these things go with the mirror of, right? Because I can just go and see the dots just like us. Experiment. Here. Okay, that's nothing, right? Then I position it again. That just sells the movement. It's not also that much of things to do. So like if I see that something is very complicated, I just do a cut to move that VFX and somehow it's done. How much frames do I missing? Like this one a little bit, at least until this one. Those are 10, 15? 15 frames, okay, let's go 15. 15. 15 frames. 14. Really run more soon. lost the count. I think that we are like 10, 11, 11. I think that's 11. Okay, a little more again. Punch in. Going this way, this way. Okay. I think that this is the 10th frame. Looking at the timeline. Nine frames more. This should be 9. Eight. We're almost done. This way, go on. Yes. No, I don't know. I think that's all. Submit. When it does matter a lot because like probably most of this is going to be covered with the smoke. Like 5 frames, I'm done. Here. Here. You guys that only do this does not help. Seems to be. It seems to help. Probably here I need to data tag a little bit. Um, um, yeah, this is a slide rotation. You can see it on this corner how this moves like here, like half. This is a little half, but it's probably like small. Let's stop here. This. See this one. Let's do this frame. Plane 0. Frame. Plane 1. So I know that it's not going to be like that, but it's just going to give us an idea of how this works. Let's just see these working together as a single thing. Probably works, probably don't. Probably that blue is too high. Do this one. It's not going that slow. A little bit. Just catch it and do the whole thing of measurement the speed of this. Kind of. Yeah, like I see these lights too harsh at the beginning. Not considering that there is no light here, so probably just down the power of it a little bit. What else? This looks good. Okay, so far this looks. You can see the previous ones how they look combined. Oh, I'm still need to. This is the finished one. Yeah, because it has the handheld pause. This is the render. You can see how this looks cool. Hmm. Do you work? Probably not. Like, I think that I'm gonna finish this year. Hopefully this works. Hopefully this works. This needs to be a better way to combine. You know, probably the opposite side. It's a better way to see it. Oh, it's always there. So this one should be blend 1, blend 0. Need to work on example this mask. Pasted the camera movement. The mask and this mask. Really on every mask I have. So this blue light should go to this one. It should go to this one. It should go to. I think there was a way to copy twist instance. Yeah, I should have done that instead. I think that is going to help me more because I think if I paste instance, if I modify one, it modifies the other one. So I need what if instead of putting this here, I have this movement but before this. Now this goes here. This goes here, right? So this rotates. Everything with it. So if I go, for example, here, it should keep the same. Right, because I am machine this upon this. I have the frame, have the yellow frame here. Now the glow is still here, even when this is here. Yeah, that is the way to do it. So now I use this instance for the mask. The mask move as it should move. Now I can put this here. But it should appear back. Or no. If I go back here, then I need to delete this one. You are moving. Why? Everything is janky. Should always have this one. Then go to this one. You should always have another one. So now when I go here, this is the same one. Same one. Okay, so now this one I need to remove. This one is too strong. think this is okay. 0.3. 0.15. 7. 0. Okay. Probably like this. Yep. Now we have this one that we can control the width and height. So when this reference go forward, here 580, 590. Okay, let's start from here. You can have this live computer. This one. This point, we should have a little bit of light here. Just keep it down. Just a stupid. Thing like this. On this frame, it should be everything. So probably here, very soon. This one, we should probably add 1 second just for the contrast. Here where it's naturally doing that. Add here and here. It's not on this one, like the one that I was thinking of. So that is not the one that is doing the shadows. So, okay. I see where is this error happening. I'm gonna have this here, here. These shadows, let's put it on this one. Go to this frame, shadows. We put it on 0. While that removes our shadows, it's going to do good for our for example here. We see this transform does not work. But if I do this and let's say I rotate it this way, it seems to be rotating everything. Okay. Here the mask looks okay. If we go, for example, here, the mask is okay. Probably wanna repeat this. Stay only with this one. So when I go around here, for example, it looks good. When I go around here, I think that I need to pre-render this and see how this looks. So after a lot, this should be all. It's a long thing to do, honestly, like a lot. Like I still need to see how is the best way to combine all of the renders. It's probably in scenes like this, it's okay if I have it like transform mirror edges and just scale it up, like for example here. So this section is visible. I will see. I need to combine everything else before the spell is cast. I need to basically that. And I need to combine these shots. Like this, for example, I need to see how to blend between the both because the brightness of the ones is too high compared to the not CG element. Like probably I can try just to have this more like here, you know, like this one, probably have it like blend a little bit, then go, yeah, then I'm gonna leave and keep going, then go like this and blend it like this overcast blend. So that somehow it merges, but it's not perfectly blend. And to see how these two blend. What else? Yeah, it's that. I need to see like this, how to put it a sky, how to make this look better, because like you can see there is some errors here. So the hair, if it's going to be useful, if it's not. So I'm gonna start just messing up with things. Like I have these two layers, either they work. Then the rest next that I will do is probably the snake. Yeah, probably skull. Like a spell should be the next thing. No, all the missing layers. Finally, I should get the. Yeah, I think of the spell. Then I should get to see how to merge the back and the front. Like this wall. It's like there is a big harsh. How, how to blend these two? Then I need to see how to blend. Yeah, these two, the back, and then finally going to how to blend it with the sky here, which I probably just going to have a thing there, like a something here, like a sky or something like that. Yeah, again, like here is again the same thing. It's dark. We got to a bright thing. Probably I want to play with this also, but that should be for another day. It will be for today all. Hopefully for next week we work on another scene. And once I finish this, I will post it on the page. Probably share it. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for this to render. And once it's all rendered, I'm gonna watch it. Whole thing, how it looks. See you in another stream because I